Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the number 9 seed in the playoff, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Takes a shot as he gets the pass off. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team is on the field to put this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
The Kansas State offense will take over. First and
10. First down here for this offense.
29 Philly.
The shotgun running play call. And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line. The Wildcats come up to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground.
And your Tulane Green Wave will take over first and 10.
And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Two-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down, we're going to throw it. There's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and third down.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Oh, and he makes the catch out of the 10. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. They'll run the option. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Second down and goal upcoming. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Kansas State. He'll stroll into the end zone. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. from deep in the end zone. He'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
He'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on 3rd down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing the football.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel and understand who's coming.
Oh, the ball comes loose. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate in a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And here comes a deep shot. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That run sets up a critical third down play. Can he get there on the ground? That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
Makes a quick grab. In the clear at the 25. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Kansas State now operating in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one. Critical third down play for this offense right here. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Looking to scramble. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but it's also recognized the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place at just the right time.
And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down. It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such...
Lofting it toward the left sideline. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Looking to throw again. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And the ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. Inside the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Wildcats. And this playoff game is suddenly tied, Kurt, on, of all things, a defensive touchdown.
Well, you look around the stadium, a bid to get to the national championship on the line, and the momentum switches from one direction to the other. Not just a turnover, but a turnover and a score. And all of a sudden, we got a new game.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pocket breaking down. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And this one is caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Wildcats hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They go backwards on that 3rd down completion. Sets up a 4th down.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the 1st down.
And the Wildcats will look to convert here on 4th down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or Or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. He's running out of time here. They've got him to sack for the defense.
Boy, after a huge gain on the ground, they come back and throw the football, and the quarterback's on his back. The offensive line's got to do a good job of not just with the run blocking, but taking care of their quarterback and giving him a chance to throw the ball.
Tries to get it to the running back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. And the quarterback dropping back. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. And he knocks it right through the uprights.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Turns on the speed. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
Christine, on the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll run it from the gun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. The lead is now 4, 21-17. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And bulldozing his way through. And he's brought down to the 27-yard line. Decent return. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Interesting choice here on the goal line. 5 wide receivers on second and goal. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Ready? Second and goal for the offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tulane. And now the try here for the extra point. The PAT puts them up 3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fielded just inside the 25. He's tackled at the 34 after a decent kick return there. This will likely be the last play of the half. First down, looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Tackled after the interception. That will be the final play this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's got it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Goes to his right side there for the completion.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
He dumps it off to the tight end. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to chuck it again. Pressure is coming. Under pressure, just lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, but a flag is down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Quarterback drops back. He's escaping the pocket now. He's hit as he throws it. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll run it here. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Receiver in motion now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play. They were not surprised at all that the fullback got the ball. He had nowhere to go. They stuffed that play from the beginning.
They went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. Another pick. Wow, that's the fourth tonight. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
And that run produces a decent gain. The Wildcats hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Well, his quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle made after the completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tackled at the 32, that's enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll give it to the running back. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They look to throw it here on second down. And the pass ball is incomplete. They could not hook up on the final play of the third quarter.
Tulane, 24.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And the pass is dropped, incomplete, would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. But he moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
It's a shotgun run call. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
It's third down for the offense. And the quarterback just sneaks it.
Well, well, well. The old quarterback sneak. Well, whatever you got to do to keep this drive moving. We've seen them convert in different ways on this drive, and that sneak will keep this defense guessing when they're in short yardage coming up in the future.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous rule. Now the try for the point after to make it a three-point game. And the kick is good. A three-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Gets off a squib kick, and it'll be fielded by one of the up men. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one. And the Wildcats will come to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He finds his man. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Touchdown, Kansas State. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And he knocks through the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. The pass rush closing in. And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the mark. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field to 5 wide. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Can he make it to the marker? They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Wildcats will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And they've got the returner corralled.
And your Tulane Green Wave will take over. First and 10.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Bringing pressure. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
But I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
Getting set. Here's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 45.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
There's a shot toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
So out comes the field goal kicker. If he makes it, this becomes a one-score game. Long enough and good.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And the Herons team able to make the crucial recovery. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And it's a kneel down. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship.